Yo, what's up, guys? It's Miss Silva back with another banger. We're here for the Chapter 3 math test review. If you are reviewing from home, follow along with us, and you will ace that test. Let's go! Yeah! Taylor's like hiding under the table. Like I'm.
Run it back.
Okay, we have to make it a good video now that we just did all that. Okay, starting with the first question, it says identify a plane parallel to BCD. We have to identify that plane. It is this top triangle right here. The plane parallel to that would be the bottom triangle. So when I'm looking through the answer choices, I'm looking for 3 points that identify that bottom plane. Y'all all right? Okay, you gave me the script. I just repeated it. Okay. Okay, don't ruin the video. This is going viral. Like, share, subscribe. Okay. Okay, so we're looking for the 3 letters that identify that bottom plane. So just go through the answers one by one. ABE would be the front plane. That's not it. ABF, AB, the side plane. Nope. AFE, that does identify the bottom plane. This is probably our answer, but just double check that last answer choice. Nope to that one as well. Okay, number 2, identify a segment parallel to CD. So now I am erasing whatever. Okay, parallel to CD. A line parallel would go in the exact same direction forever and ever. They would never intersect. So it's this segment right here, FE. So I'm looking for that in the answer choices. AB, nope. Sorry, AB. AE, no, it's not parallel. BC, nope, that actually intersects. And then EF is parallel, so that is our answer. So notice when I identified this, I said FE. The answer was actually EF. It doesn't matter whether you say those points backwards or forward, it's the same segment. And 3, which segment is skew to DE? I don't know if you remember the definition of skew. It was in the beginning of the chapter, before that whole hurricane stuff. Parallel are 2 lines in the same plane that go on and on forever and ever, like in the same direction. Skew are 2 lines that never intersect, but it's because they're in different planes. So like a line this would go forever this way, and then you'd have another line maybe on top going the other direction, and they would never intersect. So when I'm looking for skew, that's what I'm looking for. So DE right here, I'm looking for a line that's skew. AB would be parallel, so that is not the answer. By the way, if you're watching from home, we have a student named AB in the class. So anytime we see AB, say AB. BC, yeah, shout out to AB. This is for my YouTube channel. I'm going viral. Okay, good call. BC will be our skew line, but we need to make sure just with the other ones. When you look at BD, it actually intersects, so that's not skew. And CD would intersect with DE, so that's not skew either. So BC is the one that will go on and on forever. It'll never intersect with DE because DE is vertical and this one's like going horizontal. AB is parallel, so it's not skew. Yeah, AB would be on the same plane.
Is our test on paper?
Why? No, it's on the computer. Test questions will be just like these, or either similar or exact. Some of them might repeat, so make sure you pay attention. 4, 5, 6, and 7. I took out the multiple choice answers here, but on the test, if you get these or the similar questions to these, it will be multiple choice. So here we're just identifying the angle relationship. So for 1 and 8 right here, I have alternate exterior angles, so writing that out. Alternate exterior angles. And then the next pair, now looking at angle 3 and 7. These are corresponding angles. Number 6, it says, given line A is parallel to B, find the, so if A is parallel to B, measure of angle 2 is 65 degrees, find the measure of angle 6 right here. Well, 2 and 6 are corresponding angles. If A is parallel to B, then they have to be the same measure. So measure of angle 6 is just 65 degrees. It's that simple. But just a side note, if you're ever confused and not sure whether those are equal, when you have the two parallel lines, there's only one of two angle measures it can be. It's either going to be the acute angle, which is, in this case, is 65 degrees, and then the obtuse angle would be supplementary to that. So it would be at 115. So all of these angles in this, if it's acute, it's going to be 65. If it's obtuse, it's going to be 115. And you can just look at whether they look the same in that case, and it'll be the same. For the next one, number 7, it says, given A is parallel to B, it gives us measure of angle 3 and the measure of angle 5 in an expression. So these two angles here. Now these two angles, one is an acute, one is obtuse. They're definitely not equal. We can see that. So what they are going to be is supplementary. So the way we'll set this up is 5x plus 10 plus 3x plus 10 equals 180. And then we'll solve this. So you should be writing all this down on your piece of paper. At the end of this, I'm going to go around and check your work, give you full credit if you wrote everything down. 8x plus 20 equals 180. Continue to solve. And then x equals 20. Somebody on Khan Academy got a negative number for an x, and they were second guessing themselves. They're like, can you get a negative number for the x?
You can, right?
You can. The one thing you can't get a negative number for is like angle measure. You wouldn't get negative for angle measure or like distance or anything like that, but x can be negative.
We'll all be.
We'll all be. Okay. Number 8, which angle relationship justifies that L is parallel to M? So here we're looking at L being parallel to M. When we look at these choices, we're looking for something like alternate exterior angles can prove line parallel, alternate interior corresponding, and consecutive. What's that? So,
Like a cellular device.
oh my goodness. Call the police. No. Okay. Number 8. Don't ruin my recording. Okay. I'm not editing this. I don't have time for that. Okay. Which angle relationship justifies that L is parallel to M? So I'm looking at all of these. I'm looking for like alternate exterior. Emily. Now you're boring the people watching online. Okay. When I look for the angle relationship, I'm looking for something that can actually prove lines parallel. So here I see 1 equals 7, and yes, the vertical angles, they are equal, but 1 and 7 have nothing to do with this other line, so I can't prove that this line is parallel to this one based on the vertical angles being equal. So no to that one. Then 3 and 4, they are supplementary. They're not even equal, they're supplementary. And then 3 and 4 only have to do with line M, nothing with L, so we can't prove the lines parallel with that. 4 and 5, supplementary, they're not equal, and again, it has nothing to do with line L. Then we have 6 and 8. 6 and 8, sorry, 6 is right here, angle 8 is right here, they are corresponding. You can see that it has to do with both line L and M, and yes, we can prove L and M parallel because the corresponding angles are equal. So the answer is here, because corresponding angles are equal, then you can prove the lines parallel. Number 9, this is one that we saw on our homework, and we're like, where's the picture? Because the picture wasn't attached. Here's the picture for number 9. Looking at the two angles, 2 and 6 are alternate interior. They will be equal, so therefore we can set these expressions equal and solve for x. Oh wait, I meant to put an equal sign here. Okay, set them equal. Y'all are distracting me. Pretty much, my ADD can't handle your ADD talking in my ear every 2 seconds. Yeah. If it's not obvious enough. Okay. Minus 8x. Minus 2x. And yes, I just told the world. But it's not that big a deal. Everyone's special in their own way. Okay.
Let's go!
Okay.
I am not genius.
Oh, good job, Jordan.
I was the Albert Einstein of this world.
Okay, Numero 10.
Don't know how to breathe.
This one that you might have seen on your homework as well. It says given measure of angle 6 plus measure of angle 7 equals 180, which postulate or theorem? Here's a picture that went with it, but it doesn't matter. The only angle relationship we learned that was supplementary like this with the parallel lines. So 6 and 7 right here, they're consecutive interior, so they add to 180, and that's what it's looking for here. Also, just a side note, some books refer to when you have the two parallel lines with transversal, these two angles, some books refer to it as consecutive interior. Some tests or books say same side interior. Same thing. Actually, same side interior angles is actually even easier to identify because same side interior. But if you see same side interior, it's the same as this.
Consecutive interior angles.
So we've been calling it consecutive interior angles. Some books, some tests refer to it as same side interior. So just so you know, but they're still supplementary. Okay, moving on to the top of the page. We're here, cross this out, those were answer choices for the last question. Then it says determine slope of the line that contains the given points. So the equation for slope, which I will have up for you tomorrow, but you might have it memorized at this point. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. That's the equation for slope, and you can use that with these points to find slope. So this would be x1, y1, x2, y2. We subtract 0 minus 5 over 5 minus 0. Negative 5 over 5 equals negative 1. So our slope is negative 1. And then we'll repeat that same process with the next set of points. 2 minus negative 4 over 1 minus negative 2. So I get 6 over 3, which equals 2. So the slope for number 12 is 2. And again, it'll be multiple choice. But
Understood.
yeah. Okay, 13 is a little bit different than what we saw in the lesson, but honestly, we just have to be prepared for anything. And it involves concepts that we definitely have learned. So it says, given A, B, and C, which coordinate will make AB parallel to CD? So what we're going to do is plot A and B, draw the line, then we're going to plot C, and then see which one of these points would make a parallel line to AB. Now, I realize you don't have graph paper, and honestly, I ran out of graph paper, so we're going to flip our paper over and quickly sketch it out.
Should we sketch a graph or?
Yeah, just sketch it. Try to make it, like, somewhat
Diggity do.
normal.
Hey.
Here's my graph.
Hello.
Okay, so A was at 1, 7. So I'm going to do 10 marks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Try to make it as even as possible. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, the points we need to plot. A is at 1, 7. So 1. And then B is at 8, 4. And then connect your dots as best you can. With your ID is probably the best way to get a straight line.
Meet her back there.
Oh, miss, so you think I'm a mathematician?
That's not what she said.
Hmm?
Are you for real, man? Come on. Really?
I think you're smart. Is that
Are you really gonna?
okay? And then yeah, I'm really gonna post this. Okay, point C is at 3, 10. And then I need a point that'll make CD parallel, and they gave me options. And here's what they gave me.
My arrows look different than yours.
I'm sorry about
Mine
that.
looks different than yours too.
You'll survive. Okay, so looking at these answer choices, I'm just going to go through it one by one and determine which one would make that line parallel. So if D was at 0, 17, way up here, no, that line would not be parallel, so it can't be A. I'm just going to kind of work off 2 papers right now, but I'm going to cross that out. Then for B, 7, 10, if I was to plot that point, it would be right here, and it would create like a horizontal line, but not one parallel to that.
It's not parallel.
So cross out B.
Cats and dogs, my friend.
I plot C at 10, 7. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 7 around right here. I'm trying my best to make it perfect. So this is point D at 10, 7. And when I connect these dots, it looks like it's pretty dang close. It might not be perfect. Obviously, there's human error in this whole drawing, but it's really close.
Right?
They're supposed to be parallel.
Okay.
If this was like perfect,
I was just making sure.
you know what I'm saying. Okay. Okay, so the answer is, y'all are live. Guys, be quiet. Thank you.
There's a video.
This is real life, day in the life
Quiet coyote.
of a math
This is a
teacher.
good day
This is a
for all you viewers out there.
Oh my god.
Okay, we're crossing out 14. There's some kind of typo or error in it, and just, I don't have time for it today.
Oh, you don't want to do that?
Sounds good to me.
Sounds good.
Hot diggity dog.
Number 14, number 14 is just like 13. The only difference is perpendicular. So when you find that last point, you're just looking for something that would make it perpendicular. The only thing is there's either a issue with the negatives or something where it doesn't come out right. So anyways, 15, moving on. Now it gets easy again. Which is an equation of a line with a slope of 4 and y-intercept of -3. So we're talking about y equals mx plus b. So slope of 4 and y-intercept of -3 would be y equals 4x minus 3. And so you just find it. It is C. You guys are awesome.
Hey, please just catch up.
Why do you have tape on your glasses?
16.
Glasses broke.
16. Which is an equation of a line with slope 2 that passes through 3, 1. So it wants point slope form, which is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1, and I'll either have a reference sheet for you tomorrow or I'll have this on the board. So these equations will be given to you just like they are in the reference sheet for testing. And then based on this will be our x1, y1 that will plug into the equation. So it'll be y minus 1 equals the slope of 2 and x minus 3. And then I'm looking for this in the answer choices. It's right here. It's A.
I had that.
Awesome. 17. 17, if you just took the PSATs, this is a very common type of question on the PSATs or SATs.
Bro, I had a guess on all of these.
Miss.
Okay, well,
We got ourselves a
I'm
nodder.
sorry, miss.
well, if this doesn't keep her up, I don't know what to do. Should start dancing. Let's just do some TikTok choreo to my math lessons. Okay. Yoga lessons cost $5 per lesson if Kylie enrolls in the health club. Okay, $5 per lesson. Enrolls in the health club for a...
You should tell him to shut up, miss. Don't ask me that. Say it like,
Angry?
yeah, like, shut
No, it's...
Yo, on video.
You're in my video! You can't write it!
sorry.
I was recording.
Well, now I have evidence.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
You should say it like that.
Anyways, what I was saying, 17 yoga lessons cost $5 per lesson if...
18 plus video.
At this point, y'all are annoying.
18
Okay.
plus video.
Yoga lessons cost $5 per lesson if Kylie enrolls in the health club for a fee of $120 per year. Suppose Kylie joins the health club, which equation represents the yearly cost of L yoga lessons? So the cost is $120 per year, like the fee, plus $5 per lesson. So I'm looking for an equation that matches that. And it is not this one. It is this one. I might want to check these. Obviously, minus 20 wouldn't be the answer. And then this one wouldn't be right because if you distribute this 5 to both the L and the 120, 5 times 120 isn't what we were looking for. So,
I
nope.
got B.
18, you haven't seen 18 before, but I left it on there because it's just so simple. Like, it's just an easy question to get right. It says, what is the distance from P to N shown in the figure? So here is point P, and then here is line N that it's referring to. It wants to know the distance here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is 5 units.
How did you know that? Hold up. Do that again.
Hold up.
Want to know how to
That's
count
not
it?
even how, but why is it 5 units? Because you gotta go diagonally.
Well, it's not, n isn't a point, it's the line.
So it's from line P, distance from line P.
Well, point P to line N. And now that you've seen it, you'll know what it's referring to.
What does that say?
Okay, so point P to line N.
Is that usually what it means? Like when it's like
Yeah, that's what it's referring to. In this case, that's what it's referring to.
Is that how
They need to
we
make
learn
that
tests?
more specific.
Here's the next score that I
Boys,
missed.
boys.
Is it the lowest one?
We got one more, dude.
Wait, is it always like the largest one?
Why are you mad today?
Oh, I see it. Never mind.
Guys, can we please pay attention? We're on the last 2 questions, and I really need this for the test tomorrow.
Appreciate
Study
it.
this tonight, guys.
Then listen up. Then you might need to study less.
I gotta work tonight.
Correct.
So I don't
Y'all are
know.
killing my watch time. They're so bored they've already checked off the video.
Then just skip 20 seconds. Your turn.
Okay. Okay,
We're just gonna skip to every
the last 2 that we're going to go over is similar to this where we... Guys, come on. Okay, the last one is similar to this where we just name angle pairs, but it's a little bit more complicated. So for this one, it's asking what the relationship is between 3 and 10. You just look for 3 and 10 on here, and then like cover up everything else. So 3 and 10, as you can see, those are consecutive interior angles, so that's what we're gonna write. Consecutive interior angles.
Consecutive interior. That's the answer.
I'm also gonna have you write same side interior.
Do we put the angles after it too?
Sure. So, same thing. Sometimes it's called this, sometimes it's called this. And then number 9, and it's multiple choice, so you just choose whichever one it is. And then 9 and 13, looking at it, here's 9, here's 13, cover up everything else, and then you can see that 9 and 13 are corresponding angles. Okay. And that's all. Make sure to subscribe, comment down below, and I'll see you in the next video. Good luck with the test.